ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hate It or Love It Movie Reviews. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. Today's a new day, a new review. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy for movie reviews. And today I'm going to be reviewing Wicked. So Wicked is based off a Broadway play, a book, and is also supposed to be a prequel slash kind of a reboot of the Wizard of Oz franchise. It's an origin story on how the Wicked Witch of the West became the Wicked Witch, and how Glinda became the Good Witch. So when I first heard about this, I was intrigued because I never got the chance to see Wicked in Broadway. I always wanted to. I'm a big Wizard of Oz fan. If you can believe it, I was a munchkin in my middle school play of Wizard of Oz. I don't know why they cast me as a munchkin, because I was the tallest munchkin there. I was even taller than Dorothy. Yeah. So yeah, I always been a big fan of Wizard of Oz. So I was like intrigued and wanting to watch the movie. If I can't watch the play, I might as well watch the movie, right? So the trailer first comes out, I watch it, and I wasn't feeling it at all, because I am not a huge fan of Ariana Grande. I am not at all. She can sing, but real life personality, I'm not a big fan of her. And I just didn't like the fact that they have Glinda being like a mean person, because in the movie, the Wizard of Oz movie, she's not a mean person. But then again, I don't know too much about Wicked because I never read the book and I never saw the Broadway play. So I said, hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go into it, hey, because I'm a big Wizard of Oz fan. So what did I actually think about this movie? Well, I gotta say, I did enjoy this movie. I thought it was great. I'm very picky when it comes to musicals. Like, I only like certain musicals. Like, I loved In the Heights. I love Sweet and Tide. I love Little Shop of Horrors. And this is one of the musicals I really did enjoy. Especially because I'm a big fan of The Wizard of Oz. And I gotta say, the way this story is very relatable. Like, the topics that go on in this story feels like what goes on today in real life. And I liked how they explored that, especially with Elphaba. Elphaba is probably my favorite character in this film. She is so relatable because of stuff that she's going through, that she's different, that nobody accepts her. Everybody calls her wicked. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the things that are going on with animals and stuff like that. It relates to the problems and the issues we have in this real world. How I find Elphaba, she's real, while the whole entire world plays fake, plays pretend. Everybody pretends that they're so nice, they're so kind, but in reality they're very wicked themselves, and they're very fake. And that's how this world is, you know what I'm saying? And I like how they portray that, you know what I mean? And it has that whole saying, you never want to meet your heroes or the people you look up to, because you may be disappointed. And that plays that role very well, you know what I'm saying? And so Elphaba she's just amazing in this film. She just is one of my favorite characters. And yes, I gotta give it credit to Ariana Grande. She did a great job as playing Glinda. Actually, she fits the role as Glinda, because Glinda is one of those characters that I have met in real life, how they're so shallow. They think they're so pretty and so but they're really fake inside. They think they're doing nice things for people, but they're really being mean because they're only doing it to benefit themselves. They're not doing it to benefit anybody else. And she fits that role very well in that film. And she actually made me laugh a lot in the movie too, because of all her quirkiness and weirdness that she does, she actually made me laugh. And let me tell you something, the chemistry between Glinda and Elphaba were really great. They really stood out. They really were great. there, I gotta give it, like I said, I gotta give it to Ariana Grande because I'm not a big fan. She sang really well. She did a really good job. Alpha, but like them two, like it was like competing against each other at the same time. They were bringing out the movie, and it was really fun. She did a great job. Both did an amazing job, and also got to give it to like the world building and the way the world was. It felt like I was in the Wizard of Oz. It felt like I went back into the original Wizard of Oz and I like the fact that how they use practical effects and actual CGI. There are times where I was like, is this CGI or this is practical? I don't even know. There are times that happens, but there are also times that you could tell that is also CGI. And I liked a lot of the characters, and it gave me, especially Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh was amazing in this movie. Like, she played a really great character in the movie. At first, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Ain't no, she talks a lot, but I don't see her doing anything. But then you start to see her like, oh, okay. So, she did her amazing job. And come on, Jeff Goldblum, come on. Jeff Goldblum as the Wizard of Oz, what perfect casting is that? Because Jeff Goldblum is so charming. Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum. He's just charming, witty, and all that stuff. And that fits a Oz, you know what I'm saying? So he did a great job as well. And of a lot of characters, I enjoyed a lot of the characters in this movie, especially the prince in this movie. He reminded me of John Travolta from Grease. And I gotta say, this movie itself may be the next Grease for this generation. Because I remember back in the day, Grease was the world. You know what I'm saying? They played the music and the dances. They did. People quote Grease every time. I think this movie is gonna be another one of those quotable movies, and stuff like that. And I also got ideas and theories on. I think I know who's gonna end up being the Tin Man. I think I know who's going to end up being Scarecrow and all these other different characters. I think I already know. Either though I have never watched the musical and I've never read the book, like I already kind of know. And I think what makes this movie a little bit down for me is mostly nitpicks. It's not really something that bothered me that much. I find the movie was a little bit too long because there were times I was like, it was getting a bit too long. I was like, where we're going to get to the end of this. And that was only in certain times and certain scenes. But at the same time, it ends on a cliffhanger. And I'm like, this is just a part one of a part two. Oh, come on. I want to see the second part. I want to know what happens to these characters. So it was, it was a negative and also a positive as well. Another nitpick I had, it's just a nitpick. It's not really serious. The Munchkins. These guys did not look like Munchkins whatsoever. Because I see the Munchkins are taller than Glinda, taller than Alphaba. I'm like, wait a minute. These look like regular people. They don't look like Munchkins. Why is that? I don't know. But that's just a little nitpick for me. But other than that, I mean, this movie was great. I find this movie was a good musical, great adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. I did really enjoy this, and I advise everybody go check it out. Why not? It's a great movie. So what did I think about this movie? Did I love it? Did I hate it? Or it was something in between? I got to give it on the real for real. That's right, I give it on the real for real. I thought it was a great film. I just love the visuals. I love the fact that we're in Oz. I just love the fact that the story dealt with like how we deal with things in reality, and it was very relatable. Alphaba, she was very relatable character, and I really do enjoy her character and her arc in this story. I advise you, check out this movie, even if you're not a big musical fan, but if you're a Wizard of Oz fan, I advise you check it out. It was a great time. So like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about Wicked. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was something in between? Let me know. And let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite musical? Is it this one? Or is it one of the musicals I mentioned? Let me know in the comment section. And also, you can catch me on Facebook, Twitter, and Also Instagram at Hate It or Love It Movie Reviews. You can also catch me on Kapowie, the pop culture movie blog, where you get all your fixes on movie reviews, video games, comic books, artwork, and all that fun stuff. Just click on the link below. And also make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. Help a boy out. I really appreciate it. And for my new subscribers, if you want to know how I rate my movies, just click on the description below. It tells you in detail on how I rate my films. And also click on any of the next videos. Get into the rabbit hole. I dare you. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.